So basically, this recording is just a little over 16 minutes long, and it's heavily spliced. I did some like crossfades in sections just to make it look a little better, but like that one. But it's basically just a draft of how I'm going to be running Plateau for the segmented route, and then I'm gonna have a few people review it just to see if there's any better like movement options, small improvements I can make. And then I'm gonna go back and record a more polished version and release that later. Hey, what's up, Uni? Yeah, this is gonna be a fairly short stream. I want to keep this pretty concise because I'm having some people watch it to review. I don't want to take up a ton of their time, but yeah, I thought the easiest way and probably the best way to do it is to just stream it and let other people see what's going on. I got a new mic back in like, I don't know, I feel like this mic's about 2 years old. Alright, so I'm just gonna start it over and I'll start doing the analysis stuff now. I've gotta swap back over so I can use these hotkeys. Alright, so the first part of this is gonna start pretty much as you'd expect. Just gonna make a beeline. Let me make sure I can get this tool working. There we go. Okay, just gonna make a beeline for the Sheikah Slate. And the clip on this is pretty slow through the wall, but obviously I'll be going for something better. I'm trying to do it because I used to aim the camera straight down, but instead I'm trying to aim it more outward so I don't take as long. So yeah, that's one part for sure I'll be polishing, but we'll go ahead and go play through this.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
Okay, so you do the trick there where you press ZR so you don't have to see the thing where you're leaving the slate cutscene, same as usual. Okay, for this, I think I am gonna make one small change, but I don't think it's gonna be major. So for this, I don't know why I can't get this pen tool to work better. Come on. Okay, so for this, I run up this because I'm used to hugging the wall here, but I think going this way might be a little bit faster just because it goes, like, it's a more shallow elevation. It's not really a major thing, but I think it would be a little bit faster, so I'll probably make that change when I record this again. Because this is just, like, really steep, and then that's more shallow. So run up this. I go around this little section here, because this section, it's really easy to just, like, cling to the wall if you run in this hole. So I go to the side here to try to avoid that. And then for these hills, if you go like this way, this part here, you're gonna grab the wall. Obviously, if you go this way, this is too steep, so you're gonna grab that wall. So I found the best way to get through this section without having to grab any of the walls. Just go straight up this one, and then go a little bit to the right. And I think that's faster than having to climb up either side. Yeah, this is more like, it's more like a human theoretical task. It's pretty similar. I do take advantage of RNG, which you wouldn't see in a run. So like that's the only major difference than you would see with like a theoretical best time. But besides that, yeah, pretty much the best thing a human could do if they could also manipulate RNG. So immediately after this, we hit ZL to center the camera, and then we side hop, and then we're out. So I need to look for visual cues for this. I didn't spend a whole lot of time here, but as soon as I round the corner, I want to make a straight line right for this mark, this like darker mark on the wall, because that's where I'm going to start hooking it to the right. Just trying to pay close attention to the stamina here so I can get the most out before whistle sprinting. So I hook a little bit sharp of a right here. When I was doing this before, I'm not exactly which pattern is going to be best to like not alert the Bocos, because this one ends up chasing me like all the way to the peppers, and obviously that won't be good. But yeah, we get this side on the left first and then the right. Then we climb up here. For this specific section, I want to go up to this side first, because if you get on this little ledge, you don't end up climbing up the hill. So we get on this ledge, and then we go up this way. Hey, what's up, Johnny? How's it going?
Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
Okay, and for this, I need to play with this a little bit more just to be sure. But I go up this side first, and I jump like really early so I can grab this and then immediately climb up. Because it's so steep that I'm going to end up climbing anyway. I can't just run up it. So it seems like grabbing lower and hopping up is faster. So yeah, that's the reason I do this here. So I jump like right there as soon as I get to it. I do a little climb right here. If I can avoid that, I think that's better, because it does interrupt my momentum for a second. But yeah, just running forward here. And then once I get here, this slope can give me a lot of speed. So I just jump on this, preferably like this specific spot seems best. And then I just take the momentum and try to curve it off to the left. Do 3 jumps here to try to keep as much speed as I can. And right here, this part of the wall, I tried over here. I can't get up this with 3 jumps no matter what. So I go to the left here, and you'll see once I get to the top. If I had walked further to the right, I'd be over here, but I would just be standing waiting for stamina to refill. Sorry, let me use the pen. I'd be over here waiting for stamina to refill, but if I jump off to the left, then I can walk over here while my stamina's refilling. So I do have to wait a little bit. If I can find a way to avoid that, I'd like to. But yeah. And this climb here, I can't avoid this climb. So I'm gonna try to do that. This segment's kind of long as far as the execution, but I think I could get it to the point where I can just avoid this. And then we just want to run a straight line to the shrine. This next thing you're about to see is from a different attempt, but it's the same concept, so I didn't bother re-recording it. So we do the jump here. This jump, I actually don't know if it's faster, but I would assume, you know, rather than having to go down the slow slope, just jump and then shield jump again to get a little more momentum and then fall straight down. No, this isn't new any percent stuff. This is actually for a project I'm working on. Basically trying to make a best theoretical time run for 100%. Okay, so we run up to the shrine. Important thing I want to note for my future self. This part here, bad to jump on, because when you jump on it for skew, you will slide down. you want to jump right here on this lip above the line. It did slip me up a little bit there, but it's easier. It's faster than doing the other one. And also, just to note this. This is what the loading screen skipping will look like in the final product. So you'll have like a second of darkness, and then it'll be into the shrine. I didn't make a straight line to the pedestal. I need to practice the little ZL trick. I feel like I got to the Stasis, like the thing, a little bit late, because I've seen some people have the platform angled a little bit further up. So I'm not really sure if I'm doing something weird here, if it's just because I didn't have a straight line to the pedestal. Say, like, I've seen it before where it's like this. So, yeah, if my review team has any ideas for what I'm doing wrong there. All this is just standard, like what you would see in any percent. Nothing special here. Except for grabbing the hammer, of course. And because I'm skipping load screens, I will be skipping the monk text early. I forgot in a couple of these that are recorded and skip late, but you'll see me skip early here, and that's why. No, no, yes, yes, no. Just like usual. Okay, so as soon as we're through talking, we target over to the right. Or to the left. And then immediately scan in this amiibo. I may be changing this part because it's like a 15% chance to get the arrows and then another 15 to get ice arrows. So this may be like too RNG heavy for me to handle. But if that happens, I'll just get the chest that's near the bokoblins. It won't take that much longer. Stasis the boulder, take the bow. Important to take the normal arrows first too, because that's what I'm going to use on the boulder. Pick the arrow back up, hit the boulder 5 times. And that puts me right here where I need to be to do the BtB. Swap to ice arrow, do the normal BtB setup here. Except freeze it since it's master mode. I would like to get a slightly better angle for this BtB, where it lands me more like here. Because I want to set up skew on the cliff there, but I haven't found a way to do that in master mode yet, but if I can, I want to try to make that improvement. But it'll land on the shore just so that I can get faster running speed than I would in the snow. Set my skew spot here. And clip in. This was a weird clip, but whatever. That I can get without a turn. Oh, you mean without the bokoblin turning, yeah. I've practiced this a bunch in master mode. I don't That's the only thing that I can get consistent, unless he gets surprised and starts turning. Ideally, I'd want to get the lower and fast one, but if I don't know how to do that in master mode, because if they get surprised, like, the main thing that I'm freezing with the splash damage is his head, so if they get surprised, I can't do that anymore. So I'm not sure, like, I don't know. I'll mess with it more and see what I can do. But yeah, the trick here, I know there's the thing where you like flop over the fence, but this is the fastest thing I can find that I can do besides like Cleric's trick. Because Cleric, I have tried that so many times where you like use the cryo block and go like way up to the top, like up there and then run across. I can't replicate that, and I don't think it's much faster than this, so this is what I've decided to go with for now. So yeah, no ragdoll, we just go straight over the fence. And then we're up here. And this is another one where I skip late, but I'll be skipping early, obviously in the polished version. Run over here, set up the BtB angle, swap to normal arrows. This is gonna look weird because I know most runners don't have their camera like this, but I need to aim forward here so I can get the splash damage on his head. I didn't get unloaded magnesis here because I just kept resetting this section. So this is going to be like a weird looking splice, but I will be getting unloaded in the polished version. So yeah, land right in front of the shrine, and then we go in. I want to time this route against the Stasis route because I'm actually not sure which is going to be faster, but I'm going to assume that what I'm doing here is the fastest way to get through magnesis. I did find that I can set skew like right here, but so far I haven't been able to get a consistent skew from it. Not in the other place where I'm going to set it, so we'll just continue watching this and you'll see. So go over here to the gate, line up, and get skew off of this. Jump to the right and jump through the wall. Use hammer throw going through this corridor, and then do it again. So I run out of stamina here. Obviously, I'm not going to do that in the polished version. I just thought, like, obviously I'm going to be running straight to the end, so I didn't want to re-record it. This next section I found is faster for getting fire arrows than getting them later, because I need 10 fire arrows to get to unfreeze Kutakar. So I do a straight line from the shrine to right here on this little hill. And I whistle sprint right before I get there because I need to get this Bokoblin's attention. And I aim. Let me go back a little bit. Oh, that's too far. Oh well. I think it goes back 10 seconds. I aim right here. So, just so like this part of my crosshair is like just like on the outside of the two ridges. So like that. That's a good place to pause. So it's like in the notch between these two ridges. Shoot the arrow, start running. He gets knocked into the water. I didn't get 10 fire arrows here. We just jump into the water, and then it's 5 swims forward to get to the arrows. I'm just gonna keep resetting this part until I get 5. I barely moved and didn't pick up the arrows, but we're gonna reset until we get 10 arrows here. So after we get the 10 fire arrows, we just run straight to the tower. It's Cleric with a K. You can find him on YouTube. He's got a lot of good tutorials. He's very helpful to the community. I actually didn't remember this part until very recently, but one thing that I do in this run is that instead of making attack food for the bosses, I have to make them for the DLC refights. But for the normal bosses, I still need attack up. And instead of doing like 4 separate cooking sessions, the best thing I found to do is just scan in armor for myself. So once these cutscenes are through, that's what you're gonna see. This is a very small segment, because like before the tower cutscene, I'm gonna save, and then once it's finished, I'll reload and just do this cutscene over and over. But you'll see me scan an amiibo. You'll see me scan an amiibo for attack up armor, and I'll be getting 3 of those before I fight Meadow. Cleric's apparatus glitch, is that the one where you like dive in the lily pad? Because that's what's used in early Master Sword now. My throat's like really dry because I'm talking so much. Okay, so turn around, scan in amiibo. I'm thinking I'm gonna scan it over here, just so like for the sake of like continuity, because like if I scan it right here, I'm gonna have some mushrooms like fall off, and it's gonna look weird if I like do a segment there. So I'll probably just scan it off to the left instead, open the chest. And what I should have done here, like when I got the armor, I should have paused and equipped it right then, but I just do immediately after here. All damage cancel. And like I said, land right next to a mushroom. So this is also going to be its own segment too. Like I'm gonna save before like I scan the amiibo and then drop off. But yeah. So it would be better if I just didn't have any random mushrooms fall to the ground and then have them magically disappear. So yeah, perfectly normal cutscene. Obviously the new tech, you know it, you love it. I used to scan in a Shield of the Mind's Eye here, just to make this section a few seconds faster, but obviously I don't have to do that anymore. I get a little bit of a higher angle here. If I can get something slightly lower, that's going to be ideal, because right here I drop and I lose a heart and like 3/4. And that makes it bad for this this next thing I'm gonna do. So yeah. Again, I didn't make a straight line to the pedestal. Gonna be improving that in the final. Oh yeah, gamer win bomb time. This one was pretty good. I'm gonna go for like the IL strat in the final recording, where I can just like bounce off the wall in front of the monk and have it cancel my ragdoll. But I didn't want to grind that just for this. I'll be doing that with the final product. So I should have equipped shield outside, but I just do it here because I forgot. I don't know if my visual cue is bad for this, so someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I put this notch like over this thing. Like I try to line it up with this. So like that. And I eat food here. Obviously I wouldn't be doing this in the final, but I would have died if I didn't, so. It's not a fun grind for a draft, but for the final product is worth it. Okay, so for this, don't change my angle at all at the start. Just do the same timings as like the Gamer One bomb where it's a late circle. And then when I turn, I aim at this brick right here. So like I've had luck with like 2 different setups. So like this one or like over here. I guess anywhere within this range would work, but like yeah. I need to mess with this more, but like the 1/3 stamina, the late circle, you need all of it to get like the most distance. Aim my camera up because otherwise I'm gonna lag out. And ideally I would land like right around here. I didn't do that for the draft, so I just had to run, but I'm gonna try to get a little bit more of a slide along the ground. And the visual cue for this, Satogashi actually taught me this. Like, you want these lines to line up with the circle, with the little empty circle. And then you just execute like ASAP, like circle, square, explode. We land on here, no ragdoll, and then we're up.